All right, let's talk about the mask mandate. So many of you are no doubt aware that yesterday, or sort of 2 days ago, I guess, sort of mid-flight, the Biden administration was struck down by a judge on the mask mandate, the CDC's mask mandate for overstepping its boundaries. And mid-flight, many pilots came out to tell their crew and also to tell their passengers that the TSA is no longer enforcing masks, and you can remove those masks if you want to. But the hue and cry on all of this has been loud, and there's been a lot of confusion about this, where the Biden administration now started off yesterday morning saying that basically, yeah, it's up to you now. President Biden came out and said, it's up to you. It's up to the individual now on whether or not you want to wear a mask. That's where we're moving. But later in the day, the president changed tune. And now there may be a fight coming from the Department of Justice trying to overturn the overturning of the mask mandate. So we could be going back to wearing masks if the Biden administration, the Department of Justice, gets its way. Can these guys, these demented guys, make up their minds?
Come on, man.
Well, I'm sorry, Joe, but that's the truth. So yesterday, this is President Biden earlier in the morning. Let me play this soundbite. This is President Biden, if I can get my little dingus up here. All right, stand by. Sorry, guys. So here was President Biden earlier in the morning, or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and then later in the day saying something totally different.
People continue to wear masks on planes?
That's up to them.
It's up to them. It's up to the individual, right? That was at 2 p.m. And then he's yelled at. It's kind of hard for him to hear, for them to hear. Do you want to tell us what this reporter yells at him? But then he says... I haven't gotten any brief from my CDC. I don't know. We're following the science. That's what he says here loudly as a reporter asks, what's going to happen here? So about an hour and a half later.
I've not gotten any brief from the CDC. I don't know.
When will you
follow the science?
We'll follow the science.
Okay, that's interesting because we thought that you were already following the science, which was why the mask mandate was incited and extended.
Right.
So no, you weren't already, you're not already up on that?
Right. So you were extending it for 2 weeks, right? Because we're following the science, right?
And now that it's been struck down in a court of law, which doesn't necessarily have to do with science, the court ruling was about whether or not the CDC had the authority. It did not really have much to do with the science because So it was about the authority, right?
Okay.
So we are to assume that it was put in place because of the science. Right. If for no other reason, why? Okay, follow-up question. Why did you want to extend it then if you didn't know the science?
Don't ask those types of questions.
You're missing the very clear scientific study that was done between 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. yesterday that changed everything.
Man.
Oh, yes?
Exactly, Joe.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
so it
scientific
must have
study whereby the government and some kind of, forces of pressure inside said, we want that mask mandate back.
Right.
Yes, that one.
Yes, that one.
But meanwhile, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's really sad and crazy because the CDC's very own website has the latest data on masking, county by county. And guess what? It turns out mask mandates don't work, right? It doesn't work. And we've talked about this here on the show over the past 48 hours, where the new data on masks is out there for everyone to read now. It's out there in the flesh for you all to read, to breathe in yourself if you want to on masks and the efficacy of this.
Well, the science shows that outbreaks of COVID tracked the same in places with and without mask mandates. So therefore, the masks, those who had to wear masks, were not prevented from COVID outbreaks. The outbreaks were the outbreaks, right? Science does show that individual masking does offer you some protection, so you are free to choose a mask. But the science does not show that group masking prevents COVID outbreaks.
Now, the video that we're showing here on the screen, these masks, like these surgical masks that she's putting on, they don't do virtually anything really to help. Like, if you want to protect yourself, you need to wear an N95 mask. That's the data. That's the science. The thick N95 masks that are fitted. None of these people in these videos here are wearing an N95 mask. They're wearing these cloth masks, which virtually don't do anything at all. And if you want to protect yourself, go right ahead. Wear an N95 mask, one that's fitted around your face, that is pinched at the nose, that's totally covering you, and it's highly uncomfortable, by the way. Those, according to the data, are the only ones that stop about 95% of airborne particulates. And it protects you. So if you are immunocompromised and you have an issue, go ahead and wear it. You could wear it all day. You could sleep in it if you want to. You can take a shower in it if you want to. But what the hell does that have to do with the person sitting next to you? It has nothing to do with it, according to the data. And so there's people freaking out. I mean, yesterday when this happened, here's Roland Martin tweeted this. He said, "I don't give a damn what some grossly unqualified Donald Trump judge said. I'm double masked and I'm wearing goggles on this Nashville to DC flight. I had COVID in December. Y'all can kiss my ass about me not wanting it again. Any fool saying they don't matter is a damn liar."
That's a misplaced modifier.
Yes, but also, good for him. He wants to double mask. Cool. Do it.
Right. Yes. Good for you. You want a double mask? By the way, that mask you're wearing, Roland, is not going to really work, as we've just pointed out.
Well, you don't know what the first mask is.
All right, so
maybe the one underneath there.
Maybe he's got an N95 mask on underneath his other crappy, fabric mask.
Sure.
And he's got his goggles on top of that. Okay, good. Good for you.
I want to go back to the pandemic days where we were all wearing like swim goggles, like the full face snorkels and
remember that like the Dyson thing was going to be rolling out?
Yeah.
But let's go back to President Biden, right? So at 2 p.m., wearing a mask on planes is up to the individuals. At 3:30, I don't know if we're going to appeal the federal ruling. Well, I don't know. An hour and a half later, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to do. I mean, it's unbelievable.